caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Canes will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that.
Turning it on! And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quick release by the QB. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good decision. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero coverage, like nobody covers him at all, and that's what they did right there. That's not good sound defense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Finds his back in the middle. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Here's the handoff. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. On the run, fires downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. fourth down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I love the aggressive nature in that play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important, this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Odom.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man in the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Base 27, jump. Give to the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Hurricanes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Here come the Irish back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Leaves it with the back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Hauls it in. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Time winding down in the corner as they come to the line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Carr. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. And the Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Cooler. Off the boot, looking for his man. Got his man quickly. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Here we go. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Camp Randall, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Duke. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll try the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Scanning the field is Carr. Makes the catch. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. It's a flea flicker. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Who doesn't love the old flea flicker? Seriously, we practice these all the time. You practice a couple trick plays a week, and you practice the situation. Where on the field you might want to run it. Flea flicker executed nicely.
The toss to the right. There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Ara Parseghian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
He might want another play. To the air, it's Carr. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll leave it with him. Slithers into space. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fakes to grab. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. He's at the 10.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this.
Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Trying play action. Makes the grab. It's Carr. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple score. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Hold on.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Canes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. To the ground with the back. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
To the air on second down. Got the quick pass. Strong, firm tackle.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move inside. You see him move outside. You see him move in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Going to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Corner's going to give them room. Here's a heat. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down. Here come the Irish back on offense. Notre Dame backed up in the shadow of its own goal post, looking for room on first down. RPO complete to open the drive. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Keeps it on the draw. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, as a defense, your eyeballs get so big when that QB takes off and runs. And what great effort by the quarterback to lay out, but the defense does a great job getting to him, getting him on the ground, stopping him short.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Young. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Gore and the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the third or fourth read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them a football. And it is so nice as a quarterback to know that you've got running backs like that that want to be involved in the passing game.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Flips it out in the flat. Tackle was made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. The Irish send out the punt unit. Cradles it at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Odom. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the Hurricanes are flying down the field. A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Handoff from the shotgun. Picks up the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
To the air. It's Carr. The screen. He can go. Crosses the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quarterback keeps it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the run, it's Payne. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up by 22 over Navy. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Second down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. This time, he's got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Canes want to move quickly. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Canes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's looking to pass. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Miami! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look